Hello, I'm Kippi from KippiAtHome.com. Thank you for joining me on my channel today. We're just wrapping up a few Christmas gifts. Wanted to use this little piece of luan that my husband cut out. We were using these to make little ornaments for my daughter's tree. She has a boho chic romantic bedroom. I'll put a link to so you can see how beautiful it is below. Anyway, we're just gonna trace out the shape of this, cut it out, just really an easy thing using my favorite glue, and I'll put the link for that below, and just gluing it on there, and then using the same pretty pink velvet ribbon, making a little bow on there, gluing it all on there, and just gonna be really pretty on her package. This little bow is so cute. It's just using the tiniest piece of pink velvet ribbon, and she's getting it just right, just so it's pretty small. It's a little bit hard to handle, but it's definitely doable. And uses a little piece of pink thread, and after she gets it just where she wants it, she's going to wrap it and then tie off that pink thread through the middle of that. Then she's going to hot glue it using my favorite hot glue gun by Arrow Fastener. She's going to hot glue it onto the little triangle, and then she will put some cotton twine on the back for a loop, and then we get on to the next part of this pretty project. All right, our next step is we're going to add a little tassel to that same package, so it's kind of more of that boho chic look. So we're just going to make it with our tassel maker, and I will put the link to that below, and I would love for y'all to see her room, so I will put all that on there, so be checking that out. So as soon as she gets it made, wrapped in there how she likes it, then she's going to add that little wooden bead to it. So I can put a link for the beads as well. All right, now we've got our little adorning pieces made, and they are from things that we already had in our home. And so now I'm going to put these on this beautiful paper. Just a piece of ribbon will do ya, and put it around to the backs and just secure it with a piece of tape after I've cut it. But you can use a stapler, and that will definitely get the job done as well. So I'm just going to put a little piece of tape. Once I do that, it's ready to go. Now I'm going to wrap this package. Very classic. It's white craft paper. It's very inexpensive. And then the red velvet is left over from a wreath. So I'm going to use it on a package in very traditional, classic kind of look. So I'm just going to loop it over. Use my stapler. Staple in the center to hold that first part. And then I cut off the part on the back. Then I'm going to cut 2 tails. Set the tails aside. Then I'm going to cut my center, put my center around, staple that on my center loop that goes through the middle, and it hides this first staple. Staple that to the back. Then I'm going to add my streamers. Then I can staple the bow to the piece of ribbon that I put around the package itself. All right, I've got my Dollar Tree $1 little mini Christmas tree, and I'm going to open up that box, and I'm going to deconstruct it a wee bit because I'm going to use the greenery on it for the next package. So I have my black and white polka dotted paper wrapped up on my package, and I'm going to cut out a couple of these little limbs, and these limbs are wired, so that's the best part. And you know, those are my favorite wire cutters, and I hope Santa's going to bring you a pair. I'll put the link to that below as well. So I'm going to twist these together and just get them in twisted in there, and they'll stay. They're pretty good, and you can use these little Christmas wreaths, if you will, mini wreaths, and you can make a little garland and hang them on your fireplace. You can use them for packages. You can use them for Christmas ornaments. You can do all kinds of things. Now I did give it a wee bit of a haircut because it seemed like it filled in a little bit, and I wanted to really be a little neater with that. So I give it a little bit of a haircut, and then I use some baker's twine, black and white baker's twine, and I secure it to the package. Once I do that, then I cut out, using my Cricut maker, I cut out some little mittens, and I used out of paper that is chalkboard paper, and then I used a white chalkboard marker, and I wrote or decorated them. I put little polka dots on there to go with my polka dotted paper, and made them my little gift tags. So I can put the link to that gift tag, the SVG file, below, and you can grab that as well. So here we go. So super simple and just pretty. Black and white with green is always classic, so it goes pretty much with anything. But if you saw my tree, which you'll see in the video in the beginning and at the end, you'll see that my tree is pretty much black and white, so it really goes great with that. I got these little pine cones here. I got 12 of them for $1 in this package. They're already frosted, so they're little snow-covered pine cones, and they have that little twine already on their loop, and they could be used for all kinds of things, but I'm going to use them for a package on this package. Using a little bit of greenery for my Dollar Tree Christmas tree, and I'm going to cut a little bit of that greenery, so it's a little bit overpowering, so I'm going to cut a little bit with my favorite wire cutters, and I'll put the link to that below, and I definitely would be asking Santa for a pair if you don't have those. Using my little bit of hot glue, securing it, then I'm using that twine from my Dollar Tree twine, and I'm going to wrap both ways, and then I'm going to end up with a beautiful package that costs just pennies on the dollar, and I'm going to it's going to be kind of a neutral, natural, pretty package. This is my buffalo check, red and black buffalo check with a wee bit of white. I made this little ornament, and I can put the link to that below, and you can grab that SVG file, and you don't even have to cut out the joy. You could just use the little embroidery hoop, and I can put the link to that below too, because you can buy a whole set of those. They're very inexpensive, and you could put someone's name on there, but they can reuse that ornament on top for their Christmas tree, so that gives them like it's like a present on the present, so that's kind of fun. And just, you can see that was super simple. Just wanted to show you a few things. We made these ornaments last year, and I make things like that, and of course the little tassels and stuff, and old Christmas cards I use to make tags out of. So anything that you have, you can use to adorn Christmas packages and make them real special. And things you already have, things that are double gifts, just like the last package where you actually give them the ornament on it, and they get to keep that as well. All right, our last package we're going to use our largest pom-pom maker template, and going to make it out of this really cozy yarn, this bulky yarn, chunky bulky yarn. I mean, this stuff just makes the prettiest pom-poms. We thought we'd just go crazy and make it big, and I love how it turned out. So I think I'd feel real special if I got the package that had that on there. I knew somebody really took the time, and of course your person who receives the gift can reuse that beautiful pom-pom for something else. So just went around, did it till I was happy with it, cut it off, and then left the tail long enough that I could tie it to the package. As soon as I finished getting my pom-pom trimmed, I grabbed some more of that yarn, and I put it around my box and used it on there as if it were ribbon. And the best part of it is the yarn I already had, the paper I wrapped the box with was both brown and white craft paper. I already had those. So this package didn't cost me anything. I used to use things I had around the home, and I made an unusual package for somebody special. So I like that, to have all my packages look different and everybody feels like they got something special. So this video is just one in our series of a collaboration on gift wrapping. So make sure I'll put the link right below, and you can watch all the videos of all these crafting amazing YouTubers, and you can see how they wrap their packages too and get all that great inspiration. And so I hope you'll subscribe, and we'll see you soon, and make sure you hit that bell. Merry Christmas. I appreciate you stopping by.